Hey guys, what's going on out there? Got a good show for you lined up, hopefully. If you'd like to support this channel, there are PayPal and Patreon links in the info box below. Who we got out here? On the panel, we got the chubby checker chicken chucker, Neil. What's up, Neil?
What's going on, QE? You ready to hammer him today?
Yes, sir. And the beautiful Betty Van Velsen. What's up, Betty?
Yeah, I'm here. Great day for the demolition of. We're going to demolish.
It's a great day for the demolition of, I don't know, whoever you're going to demolish.
It's open. It's an open panel, so it's also open on the other side.
Yeah, it's open. Yes. And then we got Melby and Flat Arthur. Flat Arthur's back. What's up, guys?
I need to unmute them. There you go.
Hey, hello everyone.
I thought that would happen.
They both talk at the same time. It always happens that way, right?
Mm-hmm. And we got Sasha too.
What's up, Sasha?
I'm a supermarket.
You're making a supermarket. Good job.
I'm making a shop and not making a supermarket, man.
Oh, some other people come in too. Brian's Logic. And
hey everyone.
What's up, Brian?
we got Don. Hi, Don.
Hey guys, how's it going?
All right. Good.
That's a red herring fallacy again.
Oh, that's tough.
Yeah, Don's not in the mood today. We got some shout outs, Betty?
Yeah. We got a super chat, right before we began the server. We got a super chat from James Mays. He's also your Patreon, by the way. He says, "Here, I'm here. Let's go." So.
Oh well, here we go, James. Thanks.
Yeah, and we got another one from Chris Chituras. Fight the good fight. And he says, "No space helmets required. Just hit that thumbs up button below. Thanks for the support."
How ironic, because I was just in the car and I took my son over to the YMCA, and when I was driving back, guess what song came on? Triumph.
YMCA.
No, not YMCA, you knuckle dragger. Fight the good fight.
That was funny.
From Triumph. Fight the good fight every moment.
Oh my goodness. I'm going to sing.
Hold on a second. You said you took your son to YMCA. So what other song would I think comes on?
Obviously,
YMCA.
No, obviously, Fight the Good Fight by Triumph, dude. Obviously.
That's little Stevie Winwood.
Stevie Winwood. No, it's Triumph, dude. Not to besmirch the good name of Stevie Winwood. I'm not saying that. Or the YMCA. How in the world
Who remembered?
who would ever have the thought in her? You think I listened to YMCA, dude?
Yeah, why not?
Because it's friggin' Knucklehead.
Hey, it's in that movie. You
What
know,
movie?
with the two funny guys when they ran into the gay bar. Yes. And he kept doing a little A. He kept throwing his hands up real fast, like a shape of an A.
James
on, that was
Mason, he doesn't know either. You don't know Triumph, dude? You don't know what you're missing.
I do know Triumph. Who's the members?
Not you. James Mason in chat, he said, I don't know either. So, James, do yourself a favor, man. I'm telling you. Type in Triumph, the band, right? And get ready.
For what?
That's some serious rocking, man. Don't me. You know why? She's just jealous. They ain't gonna have any rockers over in Dutchland.
Oh yeah, that might be even better than yours.
I don't think so. The only one I could think of that stands out is Van Halen.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. No, so I have to take. Yeah.
That's the only one that we could miss from Holland.
Yeah. What?
Yeah, because he went international. That's the only one we could miss. The rest is still here and rocking on.
Yeah, but I have to give it up to you. I said that there ain't rocking over in Dutchland, and that's incorrect because I think the Van Halens, I think they were born in the Netherlands and then they immigrated to the United States. So I don't think he was pure American.
I think that he was Dutch, but the rest of his band, I don't know.
Well, his brother was in it, so he and his brother were they're the base of the band. That's why they called him Van Halen. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. The other guys, you're right. The other guys. What the hell is that?
I was sticking to traffic. I'm sorry. That's why it's a little Stevie Winwood. My bad.
Gotta be higher, love.
Oh.
Yeah. Stevie, he can rock. Yeah. But hit Triumph. Yeah, you won't be disappointed if you do it. Okay. So where are we at?
Well, we are at the show at the start of it. And we got, how many viewers do we have at the moment? We got 35 people watching.
Does this seem like a bad time slot for people, or is everyone still working? Is that what it is? We may begin. Nathan's here. Just wanted everyone to know. Okay, we could start now.
I just want to bump in and just to say it is a terrible time slot, and just to update people, it's 0-0, 6 minutes gone.
It's 12:30 a.m. here in India, but I'm wide awake for this show.
What time? Say that again. I missed it. Flat Earth.
It's 12:30 a.m. in the night.
12:30 a.m. in the night, right now.
Yep, but I'm wide awake only for this show.
All right, you're a trooper, man. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for trooping through.
Well. All right.
How's your baby cobras?
Is that an innuendo? Is that supposed to mean something else?
Yeah. I think they have cobras in India, don't they? Am I mistaken?
That's racist.
Against who?
The Indians, they all have cobras over there. That's stupid.
I didn't say that. I said there's cobras in India.
No, but you said, how are your cobras? Why did you assume that I would have cobras?
Yeah.
See, when it comes to racism, you have to be really careful these days.
Oh, really? That's not me then, because I didn't think that was anywhere in the galactic vicinity of it.
Even I didn't before Sitting said anything.
That's like saying, yeah, I'm from Africa. Oh, you got elephants? You got baby elephants? That's racist. That's kind of stupid.
In Holland, when you say, do you have your wooden shoes on?
Oh, that's a good one.
There you go.
Yeah, that's a false equivalence fallacy. Because
the one is an animal, the other one is wooden shoes.
Yeah, you're talking about on the person. I'm talking about on the land. See, that's completely different.
Well, you say, how are your cobras, right?
Oh, brother. Now she's going to start to get pedantic on me.
No, semantic.
It's not semantic. It's pedantic. Semantic is defining.
It's words.
Don't rumpus me.
What would it be for Italy?
Would you tie your shoes with spaghetti noodles?
That's a good one. Something with pizza, I would say, but yeah.
Well,
at least you don't say mozzarella.
Nathan said that Betty's right. Nathan is Indian, and he finds it very offensive.
I'm going to continue listening to you while I do my yoga. All right.
Yeah, I figured as much. I was going to say something, but I figure everyone knew anyway. Okay. Yeah. All right, so where should we begin?
Well, the thing is, what Nathan said here in the chat was, it's like asking a Welshman if he has sheep. Share the answer. It's probably yes, but it's still racist. See?
Good one.
Good one, huh?
Yeah, you better get a taxi with the chat skanking. No more chat skanking. That's a new rule. It's a new refrigerator rule.
Oh, hell.
Betty will not look at chat. Dot.
Oh, okay. Well, that's easy.
Except for super chats.
Oh, yeah. See, that's a catch.
Yeah, I forgot about that part. I had to quick stick, save, recover.
Yeah.
All right.
We took it.
All right. So let's begin where we're going to start. We're going to start with what's everybody eating?
For me, it was Pizza Hawaii.
Hawaiian pizza. You got it backwards.
Well,
I'm eating $60.23.
Why you eating that?
Because that's what it just cost me.
For what?
Don't even ask.
All right. So, Adam.
are you really going to try?
Yep.
It's 1-0. God, it's 1-0. I can't talk. We've just scored.
That's all right, Adam. Betty just rumpused you.
Yeah, they just scored. So
Raheem Sterling. Great move.
Who just scored? If you're going to scream
England.
some nonsense out, you got to say who scored.
England.
Jack Grealish run down the wing, chip to the back post, over Saka's head, and then headed in by Raheem Sterling.
I didn't say describe how it was scored. Who scored? What team?
Yeah, Raheem Sterling.
Raheem Sterling. Who the hell is that?
One of the England players. Boy from London.
Oh my God! So let's get who is playing. Who are the teams that are playing, Adam?
Tonight is England versus the Czech Republic at Wembley, and then in Hampden in Scotland, it's Scotland versus Croatia.
Croatia. That's the homeboys. They play soccer.
Yeah. You lost to England in the first game.
Son of a.
What? You need to beat the Jocks tonight to go through in third place.
Market, man.
And just for your Croatian history, you drew with the Czech Republic in the second.
Good to know. What'd you have for dinner?
Well, it was very simple tonight. We had jacket potatoes, but re-stuffed, so twice baked with cheese, and then a nice. Marie's auntie's come down from the north, and when she comes down, she always brings a big Cumberland sausage, which is the big, huge one that's the size of a pizza but wrapped around like a spiral. It's a huge sausage, so we enjoyed.
I'm having shepherd's pie tonight.
Very nice.
Restuffed potato?
Twice baked potato.
He said restuffed.
Get
We call it
stuffed.
our grot.
Take your potato, scoop all the filling out, put loads of butter, loads of cheese, bit of cream, spring onions, stuff it back in, put more cheese on top, put it back in the oven.
Yeah, my wife does that. It's very good. Very good.
You must gain pounds.
I'm dead skinny.
It gained pounds. When's the last time you seen Adam?
Well,
When
too
he-
long ago, because he was skinny then.
He can windsurf
No,
on.
he
He
when he
can.
got into the fight.
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah, so last time we seen Adam when he got into the fight, he posted a picture.
He can windsurf on a Dorito.
Yeah, I should have let you go with that.
I've got the skills for that. I'll agree.
All right, is that it? Malby, what you eating? What you had? What did you eat? Last meal. Let's go. Let's get through this.
Tail.
Say again?
Gator tail. Gator tail and salmon.
Gator tail?
Yeah, it's a famous out here in Florida. I'm in Florida right now.
Oh, is it like a delicacy?
Yeah, it's really good.
Okay, see, I wasn't ready for that.
Every day a gator tail.
This is going to be a trip. That's really cool, Malby. Flat Arthur, what'd you have for dinner?
Noodles.
What?
That too, I had to make myself.
Did you say poodles?
Noodles. No, noodles.
Oh, noodles.
I thought he was going to say cobra.
Yeah, that would have been fun.
All right. So just noodles? That sounds kind of boring.
Yep, it was. I had to cook myself, which is why.
What's on the noodles?
It's packeted. It's like really unhealthy food, but I had to make do with it today.
Did you throw
It's
some?
It's of the Nestle company. Do you know Maggie? What Maggie is?
No.
Maggie noodles.
No.
So Nestle, you must know Nestle, right?
Yeah.
So Nestle produces this brand called Maggie, and it sells packeted food. There have been many controversies regarding this product, that it contains all kinds of poisonous substances. Still, it is still going on. And people like me who are bachelors and who sometimes have to cook their own food, for them it is like the best option because they sell it like it is the 2-minute noodles. You just have to boil it and eat it, nothing more.
Oh, it's like ramen.
But it's really unhealthy.
Like ramen?
Yep, like ramen. Yep.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Well,
Same thing.
We got our hands full with that one. Betty, you got to get on the case. He's a bachelor.
On the case. Well, the distances, John, it might be a problem. Huh?
Yeah, that's true. I wasn't expecting all that, Flat Arthur. I just asked you what you had to eat, man. I didn't need your world history and shit.
That's funny.
Why
Right?
would you eat something that you know is poisonous? They've got a free kick, but it doesn't matter. This is important. Why would you eat something if you know it's that bad?
Well, see, I sometimes, maybe once in a month, drink Coca-Cola, and I smoke, and maybe sometimes I drink. So there are a lot of things that I know are bad, but I anyways do them. So this is like just another thing.
Yeah, but those things have a pleasure to them. Last time I had a pot noodle, which is what you're describing to me, it tasted like wallpaper paste until I added a bit of soy sauce or something to it.
Yeah, I
There's no
mix
pleasure in it.
eggs. No, I do mix eggs and onions, and I do make a dish out of it so that it is not that bland.
Okay, fair enough. Brian's Logic. What you had to eat, dude?
Guinness.
Hummus. I had hummus. That's all I've
That's
had so
not very
far.
Irish, Brian. We're trying to be stereotypical. The hummus.
What did you expect me to have? Cabbage sandwiches or something?
Oh, potatoes. That was the answer. Potato.
Potato.
I eat very little Irish food. I eat hummus. I eat pasta. You know, I eat other things, but I don't eat much Irish food.
Hey, Brian, right, I described the potatoes I ate, right? The best version of them I had Dublin Bay. Oh. It was after a stag do. So I could have eaten one of those dodgy Maggi noodles. And it probably tasted so good, but yeah, best stuffed potatoes, Dublin Bay, mate.
There's a lot of the stuff that goes into the Irish foods I can't eat as a kind of a bad effect on me. So I end up having more of a limited diet, you know. So that's why I don't. And I'm an 8-minute dinner man. And it takes more than 8 minutes. I'm not interested.
Adam, go on mute. You're echoing. When you're not yakking, you need to go on mute, Adam. There you go. There you go. So, Brian, back to this just for a moment. What are Irish foods?
Basically, it's Irish stew. That's it. Just the Irish stew. You could say corned beef and cabbage.
Okay.
Potatoes as well. Other than that, there isn't much. Like Irish dinner is very, as far as being Irish, is very, very limited. As the foods we had here and could grow here over time were just basic vegetables and some meats, and that's it. So it's not very varied, really.
What about shepherd's pie? What is that, Scottish?
Yeah, I don't know.
You're describing the same English stuff, mate. It's basically pottage, is what it's described, which is anything you can dig out the ground and boil for a bit so it's edible. Which is peasant food, isn't it? But
it's peasant.
My favourite
food.
thing is what you add. You've got an English fry up, but the Irish bring a potato cake to that, mate, and that takes it to another level. Don't dish Irish food.
My God, Sasha, what the heck did he just post? What is on that plate?
The last one, huh?
I'm gonna just hold on. I got to share this with everyone. This is I can see fries, but other than that, it looks revolting.
It looks like tzatziki and some whatever.
All right, hold on. Let's see how I got to do this. Everyone's got to see this since I brought it up. How am I going to do this? Copy image.
Oh yeah, challenges.
I don't.
Not as bad as the Jews. After breakfast, they fall apart.
I don't think I'm going to be able to do that.
Well, it's just pushing a button, right?
Yeah, it's
John?
just pushing a button. Yeah, sure. Let's see.
It's that easy.
Let's see if I could do that. That should do it. All right, there you go, folks. Now, you got to describe what's going on here, Sasha.
Is he? Yeah, he's unmuted.
Are you?
That picture, that meal you want to know?
Yes.
That is traditional Serbian mixed grill.
A mixed grill, like Greek food, right?
It's Serbian, let's say.
In Serbia.
It's, yeah, but that I ate in London. That guy has the restaurant in London.
All right, you got to tell us. We see the sausage. Go from the sausage clockwise. Now, hold on, Sasha.
Okay.
Relax. Okay. Calm down. I'm going to ask you just do something simple for everyone out there in YouTube land. Go from the sausage. Go clockwise. Looks like there's something underneath the sausage too, so don't forget that.
Okay.
So from the sausage clockwise, go for it.
Okay. Sausage is very special because it's smoked and it's prepared to be smoked, but it's grilled and it's better than smoked. Then
Sounds delicious.
Under the sausage is a pork, let's say neck part of the pork.
Okay.
Then it's chicken. That next to it's chicken fillet.
This is
Then it's
wait, stop. Next to it, are you talking about the thing that's underneath or this really gnarly dark looking thing right here?
No, I'm under the sausage. It's a pork neck.
I know that. What's the kind of
next to the pork? It's a white meat. It's chicken.
Okay. Now what's this? On top of the white.
Okay, that is kind of, let's say, burger, but that is like 1,000 times more better than burger.
Okay.
It's again pork. It's a minced pork.
Okay.
On grill.
Okay. What
And
are the
then
two?
you have-
What are the two turds on top of the minced pork?
Yeah, let's say that one is also here Bosnian, but that is traditional Bosnian thing. It's made by lamb or beef, and it's also like a small kebab, so let's say, but that's not that. It's the similar like that burger.
Okay.
Then you have fries.
Yeah, we know what that is. So what's the
Then you have ivar.
accoutrements?
Then you have that ivar that it's like peppers. Let's say sauce from peppers.
Okay.
Then you have onion.
Okay. Well, over here.
And that salad there, it's because you cannot see that white thing. It's special salty cheese, but under it's tomato, cucumber, and some. Yeah, I think that.
Okay, fair enough.
Tomato cucumber.
See,
Tzatziki.
very good, very good, very well done. Thank you for that. I think everyone wanted to. They got what they got out of that. I didn't think it would go that well. You did very well, Sasha. Thank you.
Okay, but listen, this is in London in a Serbian restaurant. How much you will pay for this plate?
So you're asking us how much you'd pay for that plate in London. I'll tell you what it looks like it costs. It looks like maybe about $20 plate.
It's £10.
That's lots more expensive.
Is that a lot more expensive?
No.
Okay. Yep.
No, it's not. It's like $15.
What?
The English pound is much more expensive than $1, I think.
Yeah, but not double, Betty. It was in a time, not anymore.
All right.
Is Betty out of date
With the
money debate?
Oh, yeah. That's all that we agree on, right?
That was really good. Now I got people posting foods in here. I'm not going to post every single one. It's just one.
That was me, John. That was me, John. I thought I'm not having this an impressive as the length of that German sausage was. I thought I'd show you my English sausage, the Cumberland. So that's
is that okay? I'll show the Cumberland. Hold on a second.
Yeah. I mean, it's a bit curly whirly like a pig's one, but it is pork, I suppose.
So this sausage is a mix of pork and what?
Pork, herbs, and a little bit of what is it? Rusk, isn't it? You use.
It looks frigging nasty.
Oh. Are you having a laugh?
No, I'm having a case of nausea. That's nasty, dude. It's revolting. All right, and people are getting sick out in chat.
People are thinking, I want a little bit of mustard, and I'm having that. That's what they're thinking once it's cooked. Let me put the cooked version in, so it doesn't look so raw. There you go. Look at that. Now it's browned up. Tasty.
All right, I'm gonna have to show this, right? Jeez, oh man, you guys. 1 second.
Yeah, that was more tasty than it was raw.
All right, let me hit it up.
But do you eat that whole? I mean, that seems like it's for the whole family, or not?
It was a family event.
Yeah.
We bring out the maypole, very English, dance around it.
That's right.
You dance around the sausage?
Do we arse? But I had you for a minute. You racist, thinking that of me.
You're racist.
You're just stereotyping me.
Everything is racist now.
Yeah. I don't know, Adam. I don't think that looks too much better than when it was raw, if you ask me.
God, man.
So I don't know what you guys are talking about, but cow is holy and pig is filthy. I don't eat neither of them. In general, here in India, people don't eat those things.
That's racist.
That's filthy pig.
I'm just returning the favor.
That's a good one.
Yeah, too funny, man. All right. Fair enough. See, this is really good. Oh, we got Shines in here. Let's move on. We're not going to ask you what you had.
Point out, John, I don't own any pigs.
Thanks, Adam. Don, we're not going to ask you for what you eat because you'd probably red herring fallacy away to what you're smoking. Shines.
Yep.
What?
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Last thing I ate was ribeye steak. So the meats are totally on my level right now.
That's what I'm talking about right there, folks. We don't need a picture of that, do we?
Delicious.
All right, who else we got? We got Righteous Force. Righteous Force. What you had to eat, man?
I'm about to have some ribs.
There you go. Yep, barbecue or just you're doing them straight? Baby backs? What?
I'm not sure. They're leftovers from the rib fest they had in my area.
Ah, gotcha. Those are good. I like them from carnivals and stuff that come through.
I'm not a carnival, but like a massive kind of festival kind of thing. Yeah, it's kind of like it's really quality. It's really good.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
All right, Don. I don't mean to put you down. Go ahead. What did you have to eat, Don? We'll wrap it up.
Nothing. Too fast right now.
You're in class right now.
No, he's trying to fast.
Oh, gotcha. So I guess this subject isn't like one of your favorite things to talk about right about now.
Pizza sounds lovely.
Yeah, I bet it does. I bet spam with friggin' Brussels sprouts sounds good about right now.
Don't tease Don.
Well, I guess I have some. The word is my bread, right? So I guess if you want to use that, there you go. That's
Stop
what I have to
mumbling
eat right now.
He's eating Bible. That's the thing.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to read and listen at the same time. My bad.
No problem. Okay, we've been through everyone's foods. That's not bad. Not bad. It's very interesting the breadth of different foods that people eat. That's why I always bring it up, and I love food.
What do you mean not bad? I thought I got the best food, right?
No, no. I think Shine's got it. Personally,
nope, I win.
Yeah, Flat Arthur's definitely not winning, and Brian's most assuredly not winning. I think Shine took that one.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. You deserve every bit of it. All right, where are we at? Betty, any admin?
Not as far as I can see.
Say, I asked everybody what they had, and no one asked me. I love that. Thanks.
Well, you haven't eaten yet, right? You're going to eat.
I have eaten this morning, yes.
And if this show is taking on this long as it already is, then you're not going to eat this evening.
I am going to eat this evening too, love. I'm going to eat before this evening and this evening. I already got the Savior's right over there in the corner. I told you what it was. You know what it is. Adam's here.
Meatloaf.
Did you? I thought you said meatball.
Well, that would be good too.
What happens every time in the middle of the show, and then you say, "Hey, QE," and I'm eating something. What is that?
A banana.
Yes. See, you are a quick one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this what the show's going to be about?
Yeah, it's about food. What else?
Well, they found some bones, so I think it's about that, right?
Bones?
Yeah, they found some bones, or did they?
Bones? Bones?
Yeah, there was no meat on the bones, but there was maybe something in the bones.
There was meat in the bones.
Is that?
I think you mean fossils, Betty.
So, I tried to make a little sort of bridge to the topic, but you don't take on.
Yeah, it didn't really take off this time. It's not really doing it for me.
Well, it was a great one, but you just...
That's what they all say. It's a
Stagnant.
great one. Okay.
Well, that title is sort of like you, like your fossilized brain.
Am I getting... I definitely feel an insult somewhere coming.
It was already there.
It's already there, man. All right, so you guys want to talk about fossilized brain tissue? Is that what it is?
Yeah, we do.
Ooh, that sounds lovely.
Okay, go ahead.
How many people did go look at or listen to the numpty clips yesterday on this topic?
I did. And guess what? So after listening to that clip, which was almost half an hour long, I went back and looked up the meaning of the word fossil. You know, they keep changing those things these days. So I went to lexico.com because it is powered by Oxford and we here in India follow the British English, and looked up the meaning of the word fossil. And guess what I found?
Go ahead.
The remains or impression of a prehistoric plant or animal embedded in rock and preserved in petrified form. That means, obviously, if you're not sure what petrified means, you will have to look up the meaning of that word as well. Now, what does petrify mean? Change in organic matter into a stony substance by encrusting or replacing it with a calcareous, siliceous, or other mineral deposit. That means basically it is a stone. And Peter is the root word of Petra. Basically, it is a stone. We all know Peter from Bible, the apostle. And fossil comes from the French word, I think, which basically means to dig up something which has been dug up. So I don't understand why would it not be clear to anyone that when you're talking about fossils, you are basically talking about stones, about minerals. And that is so clear in that clip which Kiwi plays, that the doctor makes a mistake and she leaves the bone there and it completely dissolves. It should have completely dissolved, but it doesn't. Had it been mineral, had it been stone, it should have, but it didn't, which means there is soft tissue there. You do not have to be even a PhD scientist to understand that. You just need to look up the meaning of these simple words, fossil and petrify.
Damn.
So that's what I got.
What shit? Why don't you just friggin' take over the show?
Yeah, you did great, right?
Ladies and gentlemen, the Flat Arthur Show. Go ahead. It's perfect. I couldn't have said that better myself. You're all that in a bag of chips, dude.
Thank you.
You're welcome. That was perfect. I couldn't have said it any better myself. There you go, folks. Show's over.
Great show.
Yep. Tip the waiter on your way out.
Nathan says in the chat, I'm going to be fossilized. Oh my God, that's petrifying. I love that.
Yeah, Flat Arthur said it everything he said was exactly right, and more importantly, the way you go about it if you don't know. And you're exactly right, Flat Arthur. Outstanding. I'm proud of the game rooster. Yeah.
And he doesn't do that very often.
Yeah. I was surprised. He did it exactly the way it should have been done. He got everything absolutely correct.
Yeah.
I've learned all these things from you, Kiwi, to be honest.
Oh, look at that. I'll give you $25 later. Okay, is that it? Because that's really it. Because it's ridiculous, absolutely preposterous. And like he said, that you don't have to be a scientist. You could just be Joe Snuffy and figure out that he was full of horse manure from the word go. But I'm talking about Miles Davis and everyone. It's not just Miles Davis. Just don't put it on him. He was just the unlucky poor soul that I had a chance to tape. Don't put it on him because you know they're all that way. When I first come out here, you wouldn't believe what was going on that around that time when this first hit the wires. I wasn't here in 2005, but a couple years later, I was hanging around and listening, and the big thing then was it was biofilm, right? That was the big one. It didn't last long, right? Because it was hilarious and got debunked pretty quickly, but all of them. This is what they did. These people thought, these evotards thought that what happens is these were fossilized soft tissue, and you put the fossils in acid, and then when the fossil dissolves, then the soft tissue poofs into existence. I'm not lying to you. That's exactly what they thought. And it wasn't just the skank and foul. It was PhDs. I talked to PhDs. It told me exactly that. I was dumbstruck. I couldn't believe it that I would have to explain this. Right? I wasn't even that familiar with the topic just yet. No, it just struck me as the stupidest thing, and it never stopped. Right? Every time that the topic would come up, that's the answer. Well, she put it in an acid and the fossils dissolved and poof, the soft tissue arose. I mean, you've got to be some type of extreme ignoramus, not familiar with anything whatsoever in fossilization. I'm not even talking about fossilization. I'm talking about just basic reasoning skills, right? To figure this out. But biologist, microbiologist, I heard this from a whole slew of them, right? I just couldn't believe it. Right. So I was fighting it for like 6 years. I decided after like 3 or 4 times, I had a little write up. It wasn't that long. It was more or less, ridiculing and making fun of them, trying to explain it. And then all of a sudden when did we do that in 2017? Because I got out of the little evolutionary thing for a while. It was just like shooting hippos in a fishbowl. And then I seen Mary Schweitzer on Steve McClown and the Clan McClown show. And I'm sitting there back, and me and Cathexis was watching, and I said, Cathexis, just wait, because I already know what the story's going to be, right? These guys on the panel think that they have fossilized soft tissue. I'm telling you, and he's there like, what? And I mean, just wait, right? And it didn't take more than about 5 minutes, right? They're all over this fossilized soft tissue, and we're laughing. And I already knew it because they can't get away from it. It's all they got. It's like somebody said it one time, fossilized soft tissue, and other people just ran with it, right? It was spread like a virus, and they just fossilized soft tissue. So this wasn't an all big surprise because somebody told me, because I don't listen to Jose JG Retard show anymore. Somebody told me, I was in a hangout, and they said, you need to go to this show, right? And it was that show. Because they knew I did the Mary Schweitzer thing before. So I popped on the show. And as soon as I said soft tissue or heard soft tissue, I go, oh, no, here we go, right? And I know it's going to be fossilized soft tissue. So that's the story. Yeah. I don't think it'll ever die. It's that stupid. How about that? Was that a good rant?
Yeah, it was. So of all the people, then only flat earthers saw this one?
Say again?
Anybody else see it? Anybody else see the Numpty clip yesterday?
I don't think we have any baltards in here, do we?
Oh, flat earthers need to see this as well, don't they?
Yes, they do. It's all connected. And kudos, I had just listened to Nathan's show because superficially, let me just say this again, and this not only goes for this Numpty clip, but all of them. Superficially, it's like a thumb in the eye of the baltards, but it's not. There's a lot of underlying themes. There's many in the in this the fossilized brain tissue. There's a lot of really critical points and concepts underneath all this, and I was really impressed that during today's show they were talking about all the underlying themes. So that was very impressive out there. Nathan, shout out to you guys on the show.
Yeah, like the lady was scared
Yep.
to bring the evidence she found. That was dramatic.
Yep. That's one of them. Yeah, that stood out like a sore thumb, didn't it?
Seems to be a common theme with globetards and evotards alike, oxymorons.
Yep.
Fossilized soft tissue.
Yeah, like I said, and like Flat Earther said, you don't need to be a scientist to say, oh, wait a second. Yeah. There's a lot of, and like I said, these guys brought them out. So pay attention to the underlying themes underneath, right? Even though the superficial thumb in the nose, yeah, that's pretty funny, and yeah, we have a good laugh. What? What? Who is roboting and friggin' rumpusing me?
I don't know.
Stop it.
Not me.
Who?
I think it's Neil.
Neil, drop on and come back in again. Your friggin' mic's a nightmare. Who is that?
It's not Neil.
What is it?
Can't be Neil. He's on mute. Sorry about this, folks. We're trying to figure this out.
It's a ghost.
Coming from the
I think
ether.
it's a ghost.
No one's lighting up.
Yeah, that's the funny part. Maybe we are being checked by NASA.
Trying to get us off topic. I had a thought in my mind, wanted to get it out, but no. Now, what was I talking about? Real quick. Quick reminder.
Today's show and all the underlying topics that were brought up.
Oh, yeah, the underlying themes. That's what, like I said, I want to bring it back to all of the numpty clips. Make sure you're listening to the underlying themes and don't just focus on the thumb in the eye. It's that, but there's many things underneath. And yesterday's numpty clip, it was no exception. There was, by my count, about 8 different ones. This is all connected, folks. All this is connected to the big lie, right? This fairy tale, millions and billions of years nonsense, all of it connected. Evotards, all connected to the heliocentric ball-tard spinning space monkey religion.
Yep, Kiwi. That's exactly what I was going to say, and that's the reason that I am here, since the topic is already over. That small point of bones dissolving in an acid, that's already over. But I was thinking that on that same breath, on that same note, we would be discussing about the underlying theme, which is evolution. And regarding that, if I may ask the question, is it the right time?
No, go ahead.
So, what arguments do we have about all those things that they do in order to date the fossilized whatever fossils that they found?
All dating methods fall. Yep. I'm going to tell you, I did a show called The Dating Game. I wonder if that's on my channel. Betty, is that on the channel?
The Dating Game?
Yeah.
Well, I think you did 2 shows with Mary Schweitzer and another guy, and I think you sort of elaborated on that.
Yeah, I did. I think it's in the Mary Schweitzer video also at the end. I think I touch on it just a little bit. I may, Flat Earther, I may have to do another show on that. Let me go through, because now I got a lot of shows in there. I can't remember what I did with who. So it's a good point. But just to answer your question, I call it the dating game. All dating methods fall outside the scientific method. Every single last one of them. They're all a joke. And I don't know what else more to say. Does anyone have a dating method they think is scientific?
It's not scientific, but it is a lovely circular loop. The rocks date the fossils, and the fossils date the rocks.
Precisely. That's one technique. And then people bring up carbon dating, radiometric carbon dating. And you can't, they talk about dating the Earth with carbon. They don't even know what it is, right? As soon as they say that, you know they're a pretender clown. But all radiometric dating is based on quantum mechanics because it's all probability, right? So it's all quantum mechanical. It falls under quantum mechanics, and quantum mechanics says takes a big giant dump on it. But they don't tell you about that. Also, even without quantum mechanics, there's 3 begging the question fallacies with all radiometric dating. I'm not going to get into it right now, but it's a joke. Any other type of... Go ahead.
I already got a lot of material to chew upon, so I will do that.
Yeah, let me write that down. Let me see the dating game. I don't want to forget about that because, yeah, I think it's pretty funny. And it should be dealt with. Again, the dating game. Okay, I got it marked. I'll check it out later. Yep, so it's not science. It's portrayed as science like everything else. You see a common theme here? Yeah, they try to grease the skids when it's scientific. Well, the person has credentials. They seem like a scientist, and they're talking about dating. It must be science then.
Yeah. And now they use that same lying science against us, that there is a virus going on.
Yep.
I got 2 shout-outs to make for Super Chat.
Oh, cool. Go ahead.
Yeah, Unitex Femu says, look into Texaco oil. It's a particle. There's a particle. And he says also in a second one, I can see Troll 122 miles away, refracted indeed.
1.22 miles away, refracted friggin' Troll. Perfect. Yeah, that's another one, refraction. We're not going to get into that today, though.
Someone says in the chat that you think that the Earth is flat.
I know it's flat. But we're not into specifically the flat Earth. Like I said, I was going on. It's all connected because the same people that are giving you the fairy tale stories, evolution, whatever that is, and yes, I'm still laughing, and it's all tied together is my point. So it's connected by proxy. I think it's more connected than people actually realize. So, and the same, you're going to get the same currents that run underneath it, pseudoscience, making baseless claims, trying to put science on it to provide some veracity. It's just the same old game. And that's what I tried. I think I exposed it well yesterday.
I think so too.
Anything else on fossilized brain tissue?
Are we going to listen to some of these people?
I think we might want to listen to that again. What's everyone think? Because that's who I am. That's what I do. I run a democracy.
Let's do it.
Absolutely.
Oh, you got 2 contenders that like to hear it again. So
okay, we got 2 out of 90.
90?
You got me too.
Me too.
All right.
Hashtag.
Yeah. Mic check. Yeah.
I'd not heard that, John. I'd vote yes as well because I find it very interesting that the honesty of then person that's been genuine in what they're discovering. Bone. We were doing that on Flat Earth.
Yeah, I heard you today. Bone?
Yeah.
Bone.
Oh, yeah, that
Bone.
that was, but actually, that testimony you hear from that time, it's very telling, and I remember it. Again, it's pre-flat Earth, isn't it? Certainly for me.
Yes.
And it's stuff you looked at and went. When we talk about creation and evolution, DNA and stuff, it's all the things I looked at, and that was one of the big slaps. You go, what is going off? And then you watch them bury it as well over the years, and that's more telling, I think. No, but yeah, thought the testimony was cool, so I would say yes, definitely, because somebody discovering something.
They're not burying it all that much, and nowadays it's commonplace. These are common findings. Even in Nature, I was reading an article in Nature that this was common now because everyone's looking for it. Right, so it's a common happening.
Yeah, but that's because they've overridden the reality, haven't they?
Yes.
They've taken it. It happens with dinosaur fossils, not bone, yeah. And therefore now the new cluster of people use this as a search tool under the assumption that this happens in fossils. And they move forwards with that premise, therefore not having to deal with the contradiction.
Right. They just incorporated it into their fairy tale. They sewed it with, I don't know what type of vaporized thread. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, the preservation mechanism was not discussed in the numpty clips. They didn't get that far. But they have to do something. They have to be able to preserve this tissue, right? So the preservation mechanism was proffered by Mary Schweitzer. It is in the Mary Schweitzer interview at the end. And hopefully, if I didn't put it in the description box, I think I put it in the description box also of this video. I would go to first, I suggest to watch the whole thing. However, go to the end and I just annihilate Mary Schweitzer and her iron bullshit. Just annihilate it. I'll tell you what, baltards, don't go look at that. Just keep on thinking that there's a preservation mechanism out there with iron because you don't want to look at this. You better have your therapist on friggin' speed dial because it's bad. It's worse than a beating with a nail spike 44-inch Louisville Slugger. I'm telling you, don't do it.
We raised that today, John. It's paradigm breaking. And so what they do is it's a bit like the dark matter for Einstein or ether for us flat earthers. What we do is we stick it in an imaginary place that we then deal with it scientifically. I've got my fingers up, air quoting, yeah?
Yes.
That they move scientifically forward from there, having put it in this new paradigm, even though it destroys the model.
Yes.
Now, it leaves two options. You either accept the destruction of the model and all of the so-called science that you've based it around, or you do what they do, like I said, with Einstein and inventing dark matter, is you generate an excuse. So the model's still correct, but we have to understand why after 65 million years, certain soft tissue elements are still preserved. Maybe it's like vacuum packing them around the fossil, all the nonsense that will come out, instead of the reality that it destroys everything, contradicts everything that you've said about how things work up until this point.
Yes.
No, we'll ignore that and make a new excuse.
Yeah, it's the same technique. It's an ad hoc hypothesis. They just stick it right in to save it. Their ad hoc hypothesis for this is the preservation mechanism.
Yeah.
Right? And ladies and gentlemen, you're not preserving soft tissue for that long. I don't care what you dream up, but she dreamed it up. And let me tell you, if you think the heliocentric baltard religion is a belly laughing joke, you ain't seen anything yet. Wait till you read Mary Schweitzer's proffered mechanism, because all these baltards out here and the evotards, all they're going to say is the preservation mechanism that Mary Schweitzer found. They ain't going to be able to speak to any of it because they dare not. Because once they bring it up, if they bring it up around me, it gets bad. My wolf pups feast quick. It's a joke. It's a carnival show. And I can't even believe they published it, but they did. And if you want to go over it, like I said, it's the end of the Mary Schweitzer video, and that it should be in the description box below. Another thing I want to go back to before we get to the video was the world record holder, because I heard a lot of people gasp when I bring that up. It's the world record holder for soft tissue finds is 550 million years. Now, just let that settle in your mind. Oh my God. Oh, and the last thing before we get to it. The confidence, did you hear the confidence and the hubris in somebody that didn't have an absolute friggin' clue of soft tissue, of dinosaurs, of bones, the difference between bones and fossils, of Miles Davis and the rest of the crackhead crew? if you listen to them when they speak on a level that's confident and condescending, and their points, they're empty. They're vaporless. There's nothing there. They get everything wrong. I just want people to understand that is the same thing we run into out here with Baltards. Most of them speak very confidently, but they're absolutely clueless. Just dig for Micah Deep right under that, and it all comes tumbling down. That's another point that I wanted to catch. All right, I'm done yakking. Anything else before we start?
So basically, can we be sure that the Earth is not more than somewhere around 6,000 to 7,000 years old, give or take 1,000 or 2,000 years, let's say 10,000 years, but under no circumstances can it be any older than that? And that means that all of their evolution story goes into the dustbin. I said 10,000 years because I know there are a few Christian denominations who go so far as 10,000 years, but most of them do believe 6,000 to 7,000 years, right? So we can be more or less sure about that based on all these evidences. Is that so?
Well, be careful because remember, like I said, this isn't a scientific endeavor. You can never validate or confirm ages of that length. It's non sequitur. It's a category error, number one. There's a lot of things that point to it being young, and this dinosaur soft tissue is one. It completely implodes their fairy tale. There's no doubt about it. Right? There's some other points that I don't want to get into right now because we'll go down some lanes that suggest it's young. Now, if your epistemology is that of Scripture, then you already have knowledge of how old it actually is. Of course, most people don't accept that. That's not scientific either. I'm just saying a lot of people have those thoughts. Right? Is that good? Yeah.
Yep, got it.
Yeah. All right. Anything else? And we're going to run the numpty clip from yesterday.
I'll just say one very fast thing. It seems to be the core function collapse excuse, but the evolution version that they're coming up with. And that's from a layman's take on it.
Curve function collapse? I thought Arwen wasn't in here today.
No, but it's as ridiculous as what he's talking about. Baldwin, I should say.
Yes, sir. All right, we ready? Betty, hey, Mike Discipline out there. All right, don't be rumpusing my numpty clip. So go on mute till it's ended. All right, I'm not going to share it. You're going to have to check it out on YouTube. Got it?
Yep.
Cool. Here we go. Oh, by the way, I'm not going to pull the routine I did last time I played a numpty clip because some idiot put ads in the darn video, right? And I had to go back and forth. And I wisely. Say again.
Who's the idiot?
Yeah, we don't want to talk about that. I can't be arsed.
Come on.
Too bad that Adams couldn't hear it.
I heard it. It was very good. Very. Yeah.
I told him well.
I can't be asked to keep talking, but just a quick update, John. It's 1-0 to England, and the Scots and Croatia 1-1. So you're out.
Thanks, Adam. Appreciate that.
No worries. Sports update after the full presentation.
All right. Thank you, sir. All right. Mike Discipline, guys. And here we go. Miles the Liar Davis, Sly Spunk Monkey Sparkane, and OLM. Oh, loser, there art thou. June 2021.
The Mary Schweitzer situation is often represented as she found soft tissue, and she didn't find soft tissue.
Are you high right now?
What she found was effectively fossils of soft tissue.
Oh, yeah!
Are you serious? Are you
Fossilized soft tissue, eh? That doesn't exist. It's a contradiction in terms. You dumbass cracker. What's Mary gonna find next? Married bachelors, achromatic rainbows, bright darkness, perhaps? How about the pinnacle of oxymorons? Ball-tard intelligence. A Nobel Prize is awaiting. Nut. Did you know that Dr. Mary Schweitzer was interviewed live in her lab on 60 Minutes in 2010 in front of tens of millions? Watching her stretch out flesh under a microscope from a 68 million-year-old T-Rex femur. Then, trumping that a few seconds later, showed soft, pliable blood vessels in an 80 million-year-old hadrosaur. I wonder what those little round red iron-containing thingies in those soft, pliable blood vessels were. A real mystery wrapped in an enigma, I bet. Let's take a listen.
What happened next happened by mistake. Mary put some fragments of the bone in acid to dissolve away the outermost layer of mineral. But the acid worked too fast, and all the mineral dissolved away. Being a fossil, there should have been nothing left.
Did you hear that, Miles the numpty muppet dipshit? Leslie Stahl has a more well-dot acumen than your dumbass. And you're a self-purported seasoned biologist?
But there was, and it was elastic.
Elastic? So according to Miles the moron here, these are elastic fossils.
Like living tissue.
This is the piece.
No. She showed us video she took under the microscope.
That's really what happened?
Yes.
That's the dinosaur bone?
Did you hear that, moron? She said dinosaur bone, not fossil. You bumbling, ball-tard bonehead.
Without mineral now. That's what was left.
It looked like the soft tissue she would have expected to find if it had been modern bone.
Uh-oh!
This was impossible. This bone was 68 million years old.
So you see this, and you think, what?
Shitstorm. Because the Evo-Tard's dumbasses are in a sling. As if they weren't already. By one of their own high priestesses.
You say,
I didn't want to tell anybody.
You'd be ridiculed,
yes.
right?
And so I said to my technician, okay, do it again. I don't believe it.
And yet, in sample after sample, they were there. Things that looked suspiciously like flexible, transparent blood vessels.
Say what?
She finally mustered the courage to tell Jack.
She said she dissolved the bone away.
Dissolved what away, Jack?
The bone away.
Bone.
The bone away. The bone away.
Bone.
The bone away.
I thought you said that. Let's continue.
There were blood vessels, and, I was like shocked. I mean,
how could that be?
How could that be? That's right.
A real mystery wrapped in an Evo-Tard enigma, eh? I'll take a wild, flailing shot in the dark at her. Perhaps the bones are young, and your pseudoscience fairy tale of a myth long ages just got jacked yard.
Hosmer with a drive. Cheese and crackers.
Jack? FYI, Jack is Jack Horner, paleontologist. Jack was the inspiration source for the Jurassic Park character Alan Grant. Jack served as a technical advisor for all the Jurassic Park films.
The things Mary was finding inside dinosaur bones,
look at that,
blood vessels, and even what seemed to be intact cells, pose a radical challenge to the existing rules of science, that organic material can't possibly survive even 1 million years, let alone 68 million. Mary, Jack, and their team published their B-Rex findings in a series of papers in the journal Science and were promptly attacked.
Well, yeah. Here they come to save the day, Evo-Tards!
Critics said their samples might have been contaminated.
Hey, Leslie, how about if the critics themselves were the contaminated samples?
or that the supposed blood vessels were actually something called biofilm, a type of slime.
Critics bio confirmed.
But as Mary showed us, she's been able to replicate her findings. These are pieces of an even older dinosaur, a well-preserved 80-million-year-old duckbill. When she dissolved it away in acid...
Let's put this under the scope here.
Well, look.
Is that a blood vessel? This is a blood vessel. You see the branches right there? And look at all of them. And it's so consistent over and over and over again. We do this bone.
Bone.
We do this bone.
Bone.
The bone away. The bone away.
Bone.
We do this bone.
Just making sure.
She doesn't claim that her fossils are young.
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
They're not fossils, you mouth-breathing, knuckle-dragging window licker. They're bone.
We do this bone.
Bone.
The bone away. The bone away.
This bone was 68 million years old.
Bone.
We do this bone.
The things Mary was finding inside dinosaur bones...
Look at that.
Bone.
We do this bone.
Bone.
The bone away. The bone away.
This bone was 68 million years old.
You get it, Sassenach. And we don't much care for what she claims. Only what she can scientifically validate. We want to see her scientifically confirm the dating game. Should have better luck sprouting Japanese maples from her armpits.
She was questioned. She wasn't believed to begin with, so people thought she'd made an error.
Yeah. She wasn't believed by who? Evo-tards.
And what she'd found was a different method of fossilization.
No, she didn't. What the fuck, dude? So while Mary was analyzing soft tissue and bone, she discovered a new method of fossilization? This is akin to Louis Pasteur finding a different method of nylon production in his work with wine and milk, for f***'s sake. This clown is just making shit up on the fly, with his continued clumsy greasing of the numpty dipshit skids campaign for his fossilized soft tissue train wreck of a dumpster fire.
That wasn't what people had known about before, and allowed for the preservation of soft tissue in a fossilized form.
Folks, the only fossilized soft tissue, my word, ever discovered was in betwixt spinning space monkey ears. The technical name is silicified sphere-tard gray matter. The colloquial phrase is fossilized bald-tard brain tissue. As we all know, it's chemically inert.
The soft tissue is not preserved. It's not that there is soft tissue remaining.
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
Deny, deny, deny. Fanatical, blind melon chitlin religitard.
Psst. The things Mary was finding inside dinosaur bones...
Look at that.
Blood vessels, and even what seemed to be intact cells. Flexible, transparent blood vessels.
There were blood vessels, and, I was like shocked.
Oh, son of a... That's gonna leave a mark. I've not heard a satisfactory explanation of how soft tissue was preserved for 6.5 million years. Can you give me...
Can you prove that it was?
Now, Sly the Spunk Monkey Sparkane wants to add his 2 cents and challenge the discovery of soft tissue in dinos. It wasn't a mere 6.5 million years either. It was 68 and 80 million years respectively with Mary Schweitzer's discoveries. But that's mere child's play. Hold on to your fossilized brain tissue, ball-tards. The world record holder for allegedly antiquated anachronistic soft tissue. 550-million-year-old Russian beard worm. From Mcdulsky, Westall, Foucher, Microstructure and Biogeochemistry of the Organically Preserved Ediacaran Metazoan Sabalidites. Journal of Paleontology, 2014. The Sabalidites' organic body is preserved without permineralization. Minerals have not replicated any part of the soft tissue, and the carbonaceous material of the wall is primary, preserving the original layering of the wall, its texture, and fabrics.
Turn out the lights, the party's over. They say that all good things must end. Call it a night. The party's over.
In January 2017, Dr. Mary Schweitzer showed up on Steve McClone of the Clan McClown's Great Debate Show for a Q&A. I took that interview and publicly deconstructed every single claim Mary and all the brain-dead panel evotards made. That, and I don't know how you could characterize it any other way, comprehensive thrashing was sent directly to Dr. Mary Schweitzer at North Carolina State University. She didn't and has never responded, and hasn't appeared personally on YouTube since. That video is in the description box underneath this video.
Has anybody found soft tissue, okay, from dinosaur fossils? Has anybody found it? Okay, I want to hear everybody say that. Just come on. I want everybody at least give an opinion. Have they found anybody in the world, have they found soft tissue in dinosaur fossils?
Preserved soft tissue. Soft tissue that. So,
correct.
Has anybody ever found dinosaur?
Just a yes or a no. Let everybody answer real quick, Miles.
Has
Then go on.
anybody found dinosaur bones? The answer is no.
Oh shit! Here we go again.
Their bone.
We do this bone.
This bone was 68 million years old.
Bone.
The bone away. The bone away.
The things Mary was finding inside dinosaur bones.
Bone.
We do this bone.
The bone away.
Bone.
We do this bone.
The things Mary was finding inside dinosaur bones.
Look at that.
Bone.
The bone away. The bone away.
This bone was 68 million years old.
You get it, dumbass crackerneck. Moreover, from the aforementioned thrashing, Dr. Mary Schweitzer, the internal parts of the T-Rex bone look just like a modern horse. There was no extra mineralization. It looked like a horse that died about 10 years ago and sat out on the prairie. Uh-oh! Again, Mary Schweitzer, if you look at the bones of these dinosaurs under the microscope, they look just like your bone. Uh-oh! Mary Schweitzer, if I show you a two-medicine formation bone, Brachiolephosaurus, it's from a different part of Montana. You will see that bone completely secondarily mineralized. That bone represents fossilized bone. In that sense, our T-Rex was not. There was no secondary mineralization. It was lacy, light, and unaltered. I could hold a piece of it in my hand, put it against a bone from a horse, and you couldn't tell the difference. It was weird.
Fatality.
Furthermore, I have 30 references beginning in 1993 to the present, sitting in front of me from the most prestigious peer-reviewed journals in the world. Journal of Paleontology, Nature, Science, Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences, PLOS One, Proceedings of the Royal Society, Bone, Acta Histochemica, Nature Communications, the Journal of Vertebrate Paleontology, and Proteome Research, all directly confirming dino soft tissue. You blind, melon chitlin, unread, willfully ignorant, numpty dipshit. Now the ball-tard schmuck biologist is going to shift focus to Mark Armitage. Mark, a microscopist, published his work in 2013 on soft tissue he found in a triceratops horn that he dug up, and was richly rewarded for his efforts and dedication with a pink slip by his employer, California State University Northridge. Gotta love it.
University employee, and you are, and it sounds like he was a lab manager, so not a particularly highly positioned university employee, but if you are using your position to promote something which the university disagrees with and disapproves of, what he should have been doing is presenting his work to the scientific community for criticism and for questioning and for repetition and analysis and so on.
Monkey boy. That's exactly what Mark did. From Mark Armitage and Kevin Anderson, soft sheets of fibular bone from a fossil of the supraorbital horn of the dinosaur Triceratops horridus. Acta Histochemica, Volume 115, Issue 6, July 2013, pages 603 to 608. And by the way, that's a peer-reviewed journal. You know something, Window Licker? Allow me to give you a news flash. A Be Kind to Dumb Animal Week helpful tip. It's well past painfully obvious to anyone that can fog a mirror that you're absolutely clueless about whatever you speak of, no matter the topic. You don't even have a Formica deep surface understanding of the topics that we've listened to you spew out from that incoherent, unread, ball-tard blowhole of yours today. It's friggin' embarrassing. Isn't it time to get back to your true vocation? Picking up cans along the side of the road. Supervised. Now we have Mr. Rotating Engines. Oh, Alem. Oh, loser, there art thou. See previous numpty clip. Opening up his incoherent ball-tard blowhole and bashing himself in the face with a spade shovel. Again.
Oh, yeah, more information about Mark Armitage. He did not find a Triceratops horn. He found a bison horn.
The only in-print suggestion of a bison horn associated with Mark Armitage comes from a commenter named Deadlead1001, your sub-average bonehead on a debate evolution thread from Reddit. You would think, and I'm just spitballing here, that the referees and or editor from Acta Histochemica might have done their due diligence and made sure where the soft tissue was coming from, so as to not allow the journal to become a laughingstock and implode. You think? You dizzy doofus clown fuck of a moron?
Just when I think you couldn't possibly be any dumber, you go and do something like this. And totally redeem yourself!
Yeah, I think the word soft is confusing you. It's soft tissue that has fossilized, so it's not soft anymore.
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
They're not fossils, you mouth-breathing, knuckle-dragging window licker. They're bone.
This bone was 68 million years old.
We do this bone.
Bone.
The bone away. The bone away.
Bone.
We do this bone.
The things Mary was finding inside dinosaur bones.
You're busted. One from literally many hundreds, and we'll keep it in the family here. From Mary Schweitzer, Whitmire, Horner, and Toporski. Soft tissue vessels and cellular preservation in Tyrannosaurus rex. Science, 25 March 2005, pages 1952 through 55. Soft tissues are preserved within hind limb elements of Tyrannosaurus rex. Museum of the Rockies specimen 1125. Removal of the mineral phase. Bone reveals transparent, flexible, hollow blood vessels containing small, round microstructures that can be expressed from the vessels into solution.
Oh, son of a... That's going to leave a mark.
He refuses to publish his work in any paleontology journal. He only posts it in creationist literature.
What the f***, man? You're either a stone-cold liar or a moron. Again, from Mark Armitage, Kevin Anderson, soft sheets of fibular bone from a fossil of the supraorbital horn of the dinosaur Triceratops horridus. Acta Histochemica, Volume 115, Issue 6, July 2013, pages 603 to 608. Are you saying Acta Histochemica is a creationist journal? Moreover, you're not a creationist?
Say it ain't so.
If not, can you please regale us with your scintillating scientific explanation on how you can stand in direct contradiction with the laws of thermodynamics and quantum mechanics? Por favor.
You dumbass.
That is a poor source at best.
So let me get this straight. Mark Armitage, a published professional, is a poor source, but your bumbling bison bone spinning space monkey Reddit retard Deadlead 1001 is good to go. Is that what you're selling, oh loser?
And I'm not going to say what I really think about him.
I'm going to say what I know with absolute certainty about you. Demonstrated over and over again via your incoherent ball-tard blowhole. You're a classic clinical-level Dunning-Kruger fossilized ball-tard brain-tissued pretender clown numpty dipshit of megalithic proportions that wouldn't know the difference between his ass and a 30-pound torque wrench.
Yeah, dinosaurs, were died.
What the hell did you just say?
Yeah, dinosaurs, were died.
Do you speak any English?
Okay, now I'm going to make this because I'll give him that he's a biologist and all this. Okay, and I can tell he's mainstream because he's skirting around it. But what they found was not fossilized. You said 10 times fossils. Okay, this shit was soft tissue. It was not fossilized, bro. So I know you got education and experience. Now apply some common sense and quit calling soft tissue a fossil.
About damn time.
Where was the soft tissue found?
Bone.
We do this bone.
This bone was 68 million years old.
Bone.
The bone away. The bone away.
Bone.
We do this bone.
The things Mary was finding inside dinosaur bones.
Look at that.
It was found in a fossil.
Miles Davis.
Sorry. Yeah. My final thought is that I really wonder whether people like Chris and Brian are genuine, or whether they're just here to poke and provoke. Why do I get wound up by that? I get wound up by that because they're provoking and poking is basically saying that my whole life, my whole career was a lie and that I'm a fraud.
Correct.
And I would, I'd be surprised if anybody was not provoked by that sort of comment.
Say hello to my little friend!
Before you make the point, Miles Davis,
The Dunning-Kruger in you, Brian, is coming out hot because you're telling Miles Davis that he doesn't know what he's talking about when he have been a biologist for many years since before you were born.
Hey!
Hello. It's for you.
Yeah? You've just been erased.
We'll wait for a couple seconds, folks, until everyone on the panel gets back.
You're erased.
There we go. They're back. Yep. Yep. That was it. Let me see if I can't get a couple photos up here. Let me see what we got. I should have had them ready beforehand from my archives.
You had time enough to do that, huh?
Yeah, I thought about it before and I forgot to bring them up. I was going to pop them up during the presentation, but yeah, it happens. See what we got.
You're enjoying the bones too much.
Yep, so I was thinking about saying this even before you played the clip, and I wasn't sure that you were going to play the whole thing, which was a little less than half an hour. But then towards the beginning of the show, for a little more than half an hour, we were talking about Maggi noodles and sausages and everything. So nothing against it. But yes, yesterday when I listened to that clip, I couldn't help but mutter bones. Yes, bones. All day myself. So when most of the people here haven't watched it, I would urge you to watch it, and then you are going to say it for yourselves. You'll end up muttering bones all day.
Yeah, so currently, thanks, Flat Earther. Yeah, I know the bone thing. It was a slippery slope, right? I said to myself, okay, how can I get away with? There's a fine line right here into people thinking, why don't you just shut up about the bones, right? There's a fine line in between that and emphasizing the point. I think I did it okay, but you could get really sick of it after a while, right? But I think I made my point. Up on the slides right now, some of the, and I pulled this from my archives from many years ago, from the T-Rex, some of the tissue that was found in the T-Rex for your viewing.
Is it even colored?
Say again?
It had that color.
Yes.
Amazing. And then they don't sort of assume that it might be indeed blood vessels and blood.
Hey, listen, I'm just
like
presenting
vessels, not blood vessels, but what are these round, irony, ready bread things?
It's like ribeye.
Unbelievable.
T-Rex ribeye.
We have to believe that fake meat exists. Huh?
And this is the from 60 Minutes, from the blood vessels and the little round red thingies inside them.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
How can you miss that?
I don't listen. I seen this just like everyone when it first came out on 60 Minutes. And see, this is what got me. The other things, yeah, I got you. But it was the blood vessels, right? With the little round red thingies in there. That's what caught my attention, right? I said, are you kidding me? Because these are really delicate, endothelial cells that line these, they're so delicate, right? And that, like I said, this one of the, that captured my attention quickly. There you go.
Yeah, and you can't fossilize that. Huh?
No, this is what poofed back into existence when she put the fossils in acid They poofed themselves right back.
Do you think that Jack Horner guy was getting sort of the idea of Jurassic Park for that it might be possible to clone maybe dinosaurs or something?
They've got a lot of stuff from Jack. Yeah. Yep.
But he's the one that wants to continue the story of the fairy tale story.
But really, another funny thing that happened with Jack Horner, there was a radio show host back in the day. I'm trying to recall his name. I should have wrote it down. Pretty popular radio show. Anyway, he got Jack Horner on the phone. You can still find this on YouTube. I'll try to get the name. Remind me next time. Remind me Saturday. In fact, let me write this down. Let me go chase this down.
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah, I'll chase it down. Radio show host. 1 second. Host with Jack Horner.
Can I get a quick mic check? Because I've been having problems.
Yeah, it's a good mic. Yeah. Anyway, the radio show host, he was from broadcasting out of Denver, and they had got up, I think, $25,000 to have Jack go ahead and send the tissue in to have it C14. See if there's any C14 in it. This was going live. Yeah, it was a live show. It wasn't just hearsay. Jack was on the other end of the line. You can hear him talking. It's Jack Horner. And the conversation went on and on and on. And the guy was just saying, just listen. We got, I think maybe it was 20,000. They raised 20,000, and Jack was kind of skirting the issue. And the gentleman said, listen, let's make it $25,000. Jack, I'm going to send you, we're going to write up the paperwork. I'm going to send you $25,000, and we just want you to C14 the damn tissue that you have. And listen, if there's any money left over from the test, you can keep it.
Okay.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah. And Jack was incredulous about it. He was just like, you could see, I keep on seeing his face. I don't know if it was live. I don't know why I keep seeing his face. I might be getting it mixed up with another show. But anyway, you could just tell in Jack's voice, right? It's not going to happen.
Yeah. Why would they waver if they're so confident with everything? Huh?
Yeah, because it's over, right?
It is.
Yeah.
But they have gone because,
Now, since that time, there's been C14 done on these tissues, and it's loaded with it. Folks, if you don't understand this, it's real easy. In radiometric dating, carbon with C14 dating, it has a half-life of 5,700 years old, or 5,700 years. If there's C14 found in these tissues, and they can't play the contamination game, because when you're testing these things in animals or life, once the animal dies, that's it. The clock starts because it's already incorporated into the tissues. If you don't believe me, go to Dr. Walter Libby, who came up with radiocarbon dating, and he'll tell you there's no possible way for it to be there. So if there's any C14 in these tissue, it's over for the fairy tale long ages. It just implodes right there. So that's the importance of it. And you could tell Jack, he didn't want to have any part of it. Go ahead. Somebody was talking.
Yeah. Isn't it so that they killed a penguin or something, and they carbon dated the penguin, and it was also so many million years old?
I don't know about penguins, love.
Yeah, well, come on. So they did it with recently killed animals, and they were supposedly dead for about so many million years, which wasn't good. So they're sort of
it's a difference.
Dating problem.
Yeah, it's a difference. This was a different test. This was just identifying the presence of, not dating anything. We just want to know if it's there.
Oh, if the carbon is there.
Yes.
If it's carbon based.
If there's carbon, if there's C14 there, it's over.
Yeah, okay. That's different.
Yeah, it's a little different. Yes. Yep.
Respectfully, John, the presumption of that is that back then the distribution of 12 to 14 was the same. Therefore, we can draw a linear relationship based upon that. Fortunately, in terms of validation, whether it's true or false, we have nothing other than the half a century that we've been doing this. So it's presumptive if we're going to draw it back. I'm contradicted, but I think the simple fact is it's based on a presumption that 1,000 years ago we knew the isotopic mix.
Yeah, that gets into yeah. Now you're starting. We could go down this lane and talk about this for about you. Yeah, I can't be arsed for this. I understand, Adam. You are correct. Right? We don't want to go down that trail. Let's keep it simple.
No, I don't. The only reason I'd go down that is to say that carbon dating isn't science,
right?
And isn't validated scientifically,
right? But remember, the test is whether it's present or not. That was the whole point.
Didn't we talk about that this morning, Adam?
Not directly in terms of my attack on carbon dating in terms of it being scientific, I'd say, but similar stuff in terms of how you would, again, it comes back to fossils, rocks, how you actually validate the dates that you assign things. We were discussing that, even in terms of monuments placed with regards to astronomy, how you would make a claim to that. So we were talking about the pyramids being backdated, and I suggested that future dating could occur. It's just as plausible an explanation as to why your Sphinx doesn't line up to something that you think it should line up to.
Your sittings.
Adam had the perfect line. He said they're undateable.
Yeah, they are like a very, very, very ugly sister.
That's not our sittings. We're talking about two different things.
It's a Sphinx they talked about. Not Syrinx.
Close enough.
Nah,
you're just being pedantic.
You're still talking about dating things. You're still talking about putting a number on when these things were. Am I right?
No, it just depends on what you're talking about. What I was talking about, what Adam was talking about, is kind of two separate things. But he is correct with the subject matter he was on. Good.
I think that the whole repetition of the bone thing was kind of cute because people will that will resonate in people's minds now.
Yes, that's exactly why I did it. Yes.
Bone.
Yeah. Okay, we got it. What else did I want to say?
I think, John, sensibly, the reality is that the paleontological world hasn't got that. Yeah. So whilst we did listen to that video, the reality is that as you talked about people moving forwards and making this bold claim that, second goal, England 2-0. Sorry. Offside. Forget it. It's offside. Don't worry.
I thought he got a revelation.
Oh no, but yeah, I did. Well, but it was before the goal. And I'm kind of losing.
It was offside.
Adam is lost in a goal.
He's talking about C4. He's talking about radiocarbon dating and keeping everyone abreast. Oh my God.
Adam is changing the goalposts.
Thanks. So Adam, he's multi-talented. He's talking about C14 dating and keeping us abreast of the score of the soccer game at the same time.
That
But
is.
on that, John, Croatia's through. They beat Scott. They're winning 3-1 against the Scots. So go on, Croatia. I was with you.
All right. All right, now
my hero.
All right, now nobody wants to talk. Everyone's talking over each other, and now nobody wants to talk.
Oh, and now you eat a banana, probably.
I should have ate that banana earlier.
I can't get why you didn't do that. By the way, there was a super chat from Unitox Famu, and he says bone wasn't 67 million years old, but 68.
Yeah, it was 68 with the T-Rex, and with the duckbill, the hadrosaur, it was 80 million, and those were Mary Schweitzer's find. What I was going to say, and I don't know if I mentioned this, C14 has been found by the truckloads in the tissues. So Jack, you just, at that point in time, it was just, it was academic because they were going to find it anyway. All right. We all knew that. Everyone knew it. But I just wanted to bring that up. It was kind of funny.
I heard a sort of a thing that they make plaster sort of casts of the bones, and they put those in the museums.
In the museums,
but the
yeah.
real bones you never see or touch or examine.
Right. So what you're saying, we're going to go down this slippery slope. I knew this was going to come up, and of course, you had to bring it up.
Is that a problem then?
It's not a problem, and I was expecting it, not today, but we can get into whether there were dinos or not. I probably wouldn't go down that direction.
But the bones themselves, I mean, that you see the casts of the bones, right? You just see a sort of cast of it. You don't see the bones themselves, so you can't really sort of see that the bones might be really bones, or that they might be fossilized.
Oh, I see what you're saying in that sense. Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so I didn't want to go to the not dinosaur being there, but more like whether there's bone or not. Right?
Yeah, there's definitely bone. I have it personally from yeah. And of course, it would be hard to hide that sort of thing because there's digs. In fact, I'm going to be going to Montana here shortly. We forgot to talk about that.
Are you going to a dig?
Nah, I ain't going to be digging anything. I'm going for the food, obviously.
You go for the meat of the bones, huh?
Yeah, the soft tissue.
The soft. Don't eat it away. We need the proof.
Yeah. Yeah, but there's digs everywhere, and so-called creationists. I hate that term. It's so stupid because everyone better be a creationist or they're an numpty. But they've been digging up these bones too. So as long as we don't have to go down that road, that's fine.
Hey, John, is carbon-14 deadly for 12,000 years?
C4, is it what?
Is it deadly for 12,000 years?
Deadly?
Yeah, because I'm interested. Because Sting mentions it in the song. Deadly for 12,000 years is carbon-14. So, like, what the hell is he talking about?
Who is it, Sting?
I think that. Yeah. Can I address that, John?
Yeah, go ahead.
That's actually quite a cool line to what I wanted to raise as a point with regards to. I just poo-pooed carbon dating, and I do poo-poo it because most of its use is to say whether this Viking was 800 years, 1200 years, etc., or this Roman was 1600 years or 2,500 years. And it's useless in that. There's all sorts of leaching effects that can happen. When we're talking about fossils, and I'll allude to Neil there, or whoever the songwriter was, 12,000 years. We're not talking about this time length, are we? We're talking about points where carbon-12, carbon-14 decay long since gone. From a fossilization point of view, the actual atoms themselves have been replaced by other minerals taking that shape. So to use any form of carbon-12 to carbon-14 to carbon-12 decay or detect it is indicative that it probably is within that 8 Neil states.
Got it? Good.
I got it.
All right, let's see what we got. Oh, we got 9 minutes. I'll tell you what, we're going to end up here at 2 hours. Unbelievable. Probably. Well, I shouldn't say that because somebody's going to come in and give me War and Peace novel. What do you mean?
Oh, I didn't get you.
We're going to wrap it up. That's what we're going to do. Let's go through.
You don't want to have a War and Peace here on the YouTube channel. Okay?
Yeah, we don't want to have it. So let's go through, just in case there's any comments and any questions, anything that stands out. Try to keep them concise, and we'll go through the group. You want to take the con, Betty?
Okay. Are you really sure you want to go over everybody?
Yeah, yep.
Okay, I got a new guy here. Let's ask Dad anything. Maybe he wants to comment something.
Yeah, I'll try to make it quick, and hopefully you guys can hear me all right. But I love the presentation. I love the numpty clip. But I can see that there are multiple, I'll call it scams going on at one time. And even the 60 Minutes piece, where they're trying to reaffirm this idea that these fossils or these bones are legitimately 68 million years old and 80 million years old. And so I think the subtlety of them reinforcing those timelines and those dates it's pretty clever, especially for your average Baltard or Evotard. But, they're also trying to reinforce something that I think sometimes they also try to get away from, which is the Big Bang, to make all these dates match up. So anyway, I think it's kind of subtle, but if you pay attention, they're just trying to reinforce a lot of different lies at one time and then confuse people with soft tissue. So I don't know. That's all I wanted to say.
No, that's I like it. I think that was a pretty good summary of it and very insightful. Thanks.
Thank you.
That was kind of half the point before England got a goal disallowed. They take this rights of discoveries, and then it becomes a game as to how old can you get soft tissue from. Yeah? So the academic world is then searching for the oldest bit of thing, bit of fossilized non-bone that they can get this soft tissue from, neglecting the glaring point that the Schweitzer discovery makes. So they move on from that because it's an inconvenient truth, and then you get on to record breakers, yeah. And actually, then you get plaudits for showing how ridiculous the truth actually is. But he's given merit within the discipline, which is the clever thing, if I'm being honest.
Yep.
You can move past that point of contradiction and actually then give merit to saying, no, I can show it's even more ridiculous. Actually, that's... yeah.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Go ahead, Betty.
Okay. We got Farming Panda. Want to have?
Yeah, I don't really have anything to add. I just enjoyed the show and I enjoyed the numpty clip.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Out of Egypt.
Nothing to add either, but I don't know. Syrinx, you mentioned something about a banana. Is that code for something else, or is it banana?
Oh, brother.
Well, maybe that's for our next show.
Yeah, great show anyway. Loved it.
Thanks.
As always.
Okay, we got Flat Arthur.
He's still awake?
I hope so.
This time I am, but any time I have fallen asleep in the middle of the show, being online here. Yep. Nothing to add, no questions, but just like to add to FEEG's point that are you talking about the banana man, Ray Comfort? Does that have something to do with the banana you're talking about?
that it's so comfy in the hand and stuff. That God created it that way. Huh?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, it got him in 2 places, so it's a good thing.
Yep. Lawrence Cross and his whole bit about Charles Darwin is also really great to listen to. Although it's a little dramatic and everything, but still it's fun.
Yep. All right. I see another guy, John P. Ryan. You want to say something on the show?
Actually, I just found this Discord like 20 minutes ago, so I've listened to the YouTube a few times, and I really enjoy it. So it's cool. I've actually found the Discord. Don't really have anything to add, but I just say thank you for the clips, QE. I've been learning a lot from all your Lump Numpty clips and all your Black Swan videos, etc. It's been really, really helpful.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, not a problem, sir. You're welcome. And let me just say, I'm impressed. If you just got on Discord 20 minutes ago and you're able to speak, no problems, kudos to you.
Yeah, I'm on the 24/7 server, and someone linked it over here. I was like, oh, well, this is where it is. Nice to finally talk to you guys.
Yep, cool. You're welcome anytime, sir.
All right. And we got Melby Styles.
Hello. It just reminds me of when I was a kid in class when I used to, when I questioned the teacher when he said that this rock was like 1 million years old. I would say, like, were we around 1 million years ago? And he said, no, he doesn't think so. And then I said, well, how do you know that rock is 1 million years old? So it's kind of like the same thing. That was a great presentation. I enjoyed it. Thank you.
Good point and good question.
Yeah, well, they usually can't answer that in the classrooms. Like, just, yeah. But because they're an authority, then you believe them.
Precisely.
Okay, Neil.
I didn't believe them, and I asked the same question. I got sent to the back of the class.
Yeah, it probably had to do something how you asked that question, Neil.
What? So I said, yo, how could this thing be 1 million years old if you weren't here 1 million years ago?
What are you, some kind of nutcase?
So I asked the nun, what's black and white and red all over? And she said, a newspaper. I said, no, it's you falling down the stairs.
Jesus.
Wept.
Yeah, Jesus wept. That's right, Neil.
No, but for real, didn't they have one time they said that they had a turtle and they did this, however they dated the turtle, and they said it was millions of years old, but it wasn't. It was no more than like maybe 60 years old.
How'd they date a turtle? Did they take him out for soup?
I don't know. It's just something I heard. But can you even believe that? That's what I'm saying. I don't know what to believe anymore, QE.
Yeah. All right. Then we got Paul. Paul, you have anything to say?
He came off mute. But
yeah, I saw it.
Yeah.
But no sound.
No sound, Paul.
Okay, we got Shines.
Yeah, I just wanted to add Bones.
How's that?
I really love that part. I love the remix of that. No, I just wanted to add that I think it's hilarious how as long as they get big names, then it becomes true. Like these big names back them, so it must be true, right? The argument ceases there pretty much. It becomes mainstream.
Yeah, true. Paul, you're back?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Bones.
I was gonna make a comment after I listened to the last of the video when Jose was saying, can you say, you're saying this guy's a biologist and basically he's wrong. I kept thinking to myself,
For 500 years, they knew the Earth was flat. And I kept saying, for however long paleontology has been around, they knew that fossils were millions of years old until she found that soft tissue. That's it. Just trying to make a joke.
Yeah.
Ha ha ha. That was great.
Is that a real laugh?
I was really laughing.
Good. Yeah. Who else we got? We got Travis. I haven't seen Travis. He's been missing in action here a few times. Let's hit up Travis.
Yeah, it's been, yes. Hi, Travis. Can you talk? I don't think so. Oh, and then we got Adam.
Oh, well, we got Adam. What's the score, Adam?
One.
Oh, God. We've qualified, and so have you. I think, Heritage has qualified. 1-0 England. I think 3-1 away to Scotland.
Sweet. All right, final thoughts, Adam.
Well, simple. Because it does sound like a piss take, and the way you did it, and the way you repeated it. But if you are a paleontologist, understand the difference between bones and fossils. I'll just say bones. Is
that it?
Yeah, I'm done. Bones.
Simple as that.
That was quick. I ordered out and stuff. Right?
I've got banana, I've got some mini cheddars, but I started eating. I'm done. Mate, it's bones.
It's bones, man. That's what it's bones. Bones. Thanks, Adam. Appreciate it. Final thoughts, Betty. Any admin, and let's get your final thoughts and take us on home.
I'm not really the homecoming queen here, but yeah, I like this topic a lot. I was wondering about it myself in the classroom a few years back, and I thought, well, how did you know this, right? And I think that every kid sort of thinks that a little, but then when you think that they might have thought that through, right? And then you sort of hope that you will sort of get more of the information later in life. But then again, now I got the more information, and it's a joke, right? It's a joke what we learn at school, and I wish that we learned more about having good relationships with one another and be cordial and more like behavioral things in school than these kind of topics. If it's still fake anyway, right? I think that's more important. So, but I like this topic, and I think people need to reconsider that there is a God, and He created us, and we are responsible for our actions. That's it.
Well said.
That's my last word on this, and there is no end.
That's your last word. That's it. Until we bring it up later.
Exactly.
All right, Betty, thanks. Panel, thanks a lot. Stay tuned to the Numpty Clips. Plenty more coming. Tomorrow, Dakotas. And Thursday will be the Headless Bozo. So stay tuned to those Numpty Clips. You haven't seen anything yet. So, take no prisoners. No quarter will be asked. None shall be given. And remember, I'll be back.